New year, new me, baby.
At least that's what we all said in January. Now that we're a month into a year, I bet a lot of us have already given up on our New Year's resolutions. But forget all about those goals. Today I'm going to help you set some goals that will last you all year long. And we're going to start by learning SMART goal setting.
Okay, so the SMART in SMART goals is an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. We'll go more into depth in just a second, but all you really need to know is that the following principles creates a really good guide for goal setting. So let's go through these and make a goal together. So obviously I just said the S stands for specific, but what does that really mean? It's essentially the who, what, when, where, and why of your goal. For example, my goal this year is to drive more traffic to my shop through consistent shop updates and social media marketing on YouTube. Make sure your goals are clear and well-defined, and avoid words like improve, reduce, increase, or any other word that only implies direction, but is actually pretty unclear on what you're actually doing. Instead, try to use clear words of action like write, update, create, etc. Whatever you're actually doing to move towards your goal. M is for measurable. So M is for measurable. This is the actual actions you're going to take to make your goal come true. So now is the time to ask the questions, what are actionable things that I can do that not only are specific like you saw in the first example, but are easily trackable and are direct indicators of your progress. Also make sure the actions you choose are within your control. For example, make $1,000 is not directly within your control. Even if your example goal, like my example goal in the first one, was to drive more traffic to my shop, I can't control how much money I get from that as a result. That is solely dependent on someone else deciding to buy a product, come to the shop, do whatever they need to do. However, you can control a goal like I want to make 5 new products this year. My measurable steps for this year are I want to upload twice a month to YouTube and make 10 new products for my shop this year. And in that example, all those tasks are very easy for me. You want something that's going to be easy for you to do on your worst month of your life. Which kind of leads us into the next one, which is A being for achievable. Jeez, I'm starting to feel like a Sesame Street character. Anyway, is your goal realistic? I personally struggle with this one a lot, but here's a little checklist of questions to ask yourself. Is it within your control? Yes, I do mean ask that question again. How can you accomplish this goal? Do you have the right skills and resources to accomplish the goal? And if you don't, how can you get them? So my goal of 2 uploads a month and 10 new products is easily achievable for me if I'm holding myself accountable. But if my goal was daily uploads on TikTok and then weekly videos on YouTube and then 50 new products on my shop, I would have no time for my full-time job or my family, which also melds into R being for relevant. Will this goal mesh with everything else in your life? Does it fit with your greater goals? Is it worth the effort for you? Is now a good time to chase this? Does it fit your needs? So if you're already working 2 jobs, it might not be the best time to pursue something really time-consuming like a coaching business. Make sure you're able to see your friends and family, still have time to go out and relax, and that whatever you're trying to do doesn't directly conflict with everything else in your life. Currently, I'm in a situation where it's a really good idea for me to pursue a small business since I'm not working as much as I was before, but I am also bringing in enough income to support myself and have a little extra to invest into a small business. It aligns with my greater goals of wanting to become a full-time artist, and it doesn't directly conflict with me or take up so much time that I wouldn't have space for my family. And lastly, T is for time. This one is exactly what it sounds like. What is the time frame for this goal? And what does it look like 6 months from now? 6 weeks from now? And what about today? For example, today I'm working on this video and my strawberry milk sticker sheet that you've seen me work on in the background. In 6 weeks, I'll be finishing more videos as well as finishing another product for my shop, which is going to be my first children's book. In 6 months, I'll be taking the videos and products from the first half of the year and analyze them to figure out how to not only improve what I'm making, but also to improve order volume, SEO, anything else I can do to, just kind of push it into the limelight. The point of creating a time frame is to create a sense of urgency in your goals so that you actually complete them and hopefully you'll avoid procrastinating. Also, you probably noticed that I'm using a template throughout this process. It's in the description and it's 100% free. You just go to my shop and you can download it. That way you can use it too. And of course, just to recap, I'm going to go through and show you how I filled out the worksheet, and then you can take it as the homework assignment for this video and just fill out your goals for the year. And if you have more than one goal for the year, just not business related, but you have personal goals, financial goals, just want to track your progress in your art, it works for all those too. Just duplicate the document suited to your needs. Hi, and welcome to the Notion document made just for you. Obviously, you can see here that you can see what the SMART goals are, you can see what everything is, but I'm just going to go over what I did and what I entered into this worksheet. So what I said here is that I want to get closer to becoming a full-time artist by driving more traffic to my shop through consistent shop updates and social media marketing. For my S, I said I am going to drive more traffic to my shop by creating new products and social media marketing on YouTube. I mean, these really aren't hard. You just gotta fill in whatever you think is right, and you can always revise them throughout the year if your goal changes or you need to morph it a little bit. For my M, I said I'm gonna create 12 new products this year. I originally said 10, but I wanna up it a little bit, so it's 1 product a month, and then make 2 YouTube videos a month. That way I'm doing monthly check-ins to keep myself on track. I was talking to other people who said they hated SMART goals because it was just too much planning. So just go with the flow. No one's gonna look over your shoulder with this and tell you did it wrong. It can be as rigid or as pliable as you need it to be. Now with my A, I just want to go through, I added a little checklist here of just questions you can ask yourself when you're going through here. And I even added what's an obstacle for this goal. So my goal is achievable. I have all the technology and equipment I need to start. My biggest struggle is my accountability to keep me on track. So I'm going to get an accountability buddy. I wanted to add the obstacle just because I don't think most people even really mention it when they do the SMART goals. And I think it really fits here. So what's an obstacle for you? And what's a way that you're going to avoid it through this system? Now I'm just kind of moving on to my R task. So relevancy for me is especially key since before I was working way more, as you can tell from like my last video I posted, where I was going to school, I was working, so I really didn't have the time I thought I did for YouTube, just marketing, trying to upkeep a shop. It was very, very hard. So now that I've freed up some time and I've freed up some resource, this is a better fit for my lifestyle than it was previously. And finally, we have T for time bound. I'm going to complete this goal over the course of the year. I went in more depth earlier about my 6 months, 6 weeks, and today kind of goals. So here I went more just kind of blase and just said, I'm going to do it over the course of the year and I'm going to do monthly check-ins. But that's the conclusion. I have additional resources on the Notion template and in the description of this video to help you if you wanted any more extra information. And then I will cut back to my real self for the outro.
At this point, you should be done setting your goals for the year. So with that said, let's start some habits and let's make 2025 our year. Okay.